So, a YouTuber by the name of Mezuma Games challenged the Redstone community to make a NOT gate. Now, basically what a NOT gate is basically an inverter. So, the input is off right now and the output is on. And when we turn the input on, the output is off, and all we use is this little torch over here. It just uses redstone torches. That's basically what all NOT gates use. And he challenged the redstone community to not use them at all. No redstone torches whatsoever. The only things that we are allowed to use are the things in my inventory: repeaters, redstone dust, levers, and blocks. You know, levers for your input. I don't know what else you'd use levers for, but we had to take advantage of the locking repeaters. So basically how locking repeaters work: if you run a repeater on the side of another repeater and turn it on, it will lock and you can't change the state of that repeater. Same thing goes if you turn it on and then lock it again. There we go, nothing. It's just locked forever until you turn it off. So basically that's what we had to do, and I came up with two designs. So this one was my first attempt at it, and I kind of color coded the circuits so I could explain it better, and then I'll show you the other one later. So this is the first one, and as you can see, the input is on and the output is off. And if the input is off, the output turns on. And how we turn on the output is we use a clock, and it uses alternating signals, and they overlap enough to make this lamp turn on. And, you know, we can also turn it off. So the way it works is we just have this redstone clock looping around doing that, and that's basically what the red circuit is. And the green circuit is just basically a falling edge monostable. So if we turn this on, this repeater will be locked and turned off, but then the moment we turn the input off, it will give a short pulse into the clock. And the yellow circuit is basically what controls the locking of this repeater, because basically what happens if you lock this repeater while it's turned on, it will stay on, and then this will just be an infinite loop of it being turned on, and we don't want that, and you can't really turn it off without breaking the redstone manually. So what we had to do is we had to make this yellow circuit over here, which basically will lock this repeater whenever this 4-tick repeater is turned off. So the signal won't go through this repeater unless this repeater is turned off. So it's only going to lock this repeater when it's turned off. So there we go. Now this repeater is locking this, and the clock stopped. And we just unlock that repeater, pulse this again, and the clock turns on. So that was my first design, and it's pretty big, but it's also really easy to understand. And over here was my second design. It is a lot more compact, and I also color coded it. So over here is the monostable. Over here is basically what controls the locking, and this red circuit is the redstone clock and the output. So the input is on and the output is turned off, and when the input is turned off, the output is turned on. And it isn't just a visual glitch, it is always constant. You can just run it into whatever you want. So basically how this one works, it works basically the exact same thing. This is our monostable over here, and that goes into this block and this really fast repeater loop. And this yellow circuit is basically the same thing as this yellow circuit. It just constantly locks this repeater, so then it doesn't lock this repeater in the clock while it's turned on. And the way our output works is also a bit similar, except we use another pair of locking repeaters. So it's just an alternating signal between this repeater and this other repeater locking this repeater. So basically this will unlock, but it won't turn off because it's on a 3-tick delay, and before it can turn off, this repeater will lock it again, so then that just goes in an infinite loop. So there we go. We have a NOT gate using only repeaters. And he also mentioned in his challenge that he wanted us to use a 1-tick pulse to see what would happen. So I'm going to do that now, and with my design it could either do two things. It could either just completely break it or do absolutely nothing. So if we just give it a 1-tick pulse, and in this case it broke it, so now this is in an infinite loop, so we just have to break the loop so it fixes itself. If we give it another pulse, there we go, it just worked, so that's good. We gave it another pulse, does nothing, so it's a bit random, but if you just time it right, it will break it, so there we go. And the same goes with my bigger design, so I'm just going to turn this off and put an observer. So if we turn this on, give it a 1-tick pulse, okay, did nothing that time. Give it another one, did nothing. Maybe if we spam it a bit, there we go. It just broke the circuit. So yeah, there's like a 50-50 chance that it might break the what was it called? The NOT gate. Yeah, there's a 50-50 chance that it breaks the entire circuit. So yep, that's basically my submission for the challenge. And last thing I want to point out is exactly a day ago when he released this video, he said that in exactly 24 hours that he will reveal his design, and his design ended up being 4 wide and 8 long and 2 deep, and my design is 4 long and 6 wide and 2 deep, so it is smaller. And even if you have another block here and count this entire layer, it is still smaller by about 10 blocks. So yeah, that is my thingy, and you should subscribe to him. Subscribe to Mayzuma Games, because he makes some cool stuff. And also subscribe to PewDiePie, because, yeah. Okay, goodbye.